Hello, Leos. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy Leo. We are looking this week into, based on the energy of this it feels very profound, like massive energy from this lunar eclipse that took place in the North Node of Pisces just a few days ago. We're on the other side of that, but the energy is still present. It's still very symbolic. And I'm asking this week, because of the eclipse portion of this in North Node, what is the new? What is the new here for you, Leo? What's being ushered in for you, or what new things are you going to be jumping in? It's funny, jumping in and exploring. I said that for a reason. So I pulled out some oracle cards to get started here. And look at, this is the card that you have that came out. It was jump in. Jump in. Andromedan energy adventure. Say yes to change. So Andromedans are apparently, I looked this up a little bit, so I had a bit of knowledge. I had a bit of knowledge. That's your other card that's coming up. Had a bit of knowledge about this before we got going. And they are very free-spirited. Starseed race of people. They don't like to be like pegged down in this, doing the same thing over and over again. And definitely they do like change. They like to get into adventure. So this is about having opportunities. Now, you could be creating opportunities here for yourself. I do feel like opportunities will be presented to you, and what you do with them is completely up to you. But there's a strong encouragement here for you to just like jump into life and kind of like explore and see what happens. Say yes to change. Like if there's something different, like maybe you have a routine and you do the same thing every day, and then all of a sudden something interrupts that routine. It is like to be open to that change. Don't be like, oh no, I got to finish this, and then I got to do this by this time, and kind of be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more mutable in terms of energy and time and habits and patterns. So change is also not always easy. But this is sort of, it asks you to face changes with a sense of adventure, to face change with a sense of adventure, as opposed to looking at change as something that could feel negative or positive. It's adventure. It's coming in to experience life. Okay, which is also interesting because your underlying card is the Earthed card. And this card talks about souls who incarnate on Earth, and there's a tendency for souls to have I guess sort of like what would I call it? One of two sort of driving forces in being here. And one of them is people who are like sort of focused more on immanence. So they're focused more on their earthly experience. They're focused more on, maybe they're focused more on their career. Maybe they're focused more on all the physical things that are going on around them, like in earth, like really gravitating to that earthly experience. Often though, kind of like neglecting a more spiritual experience, like not even considering it. It's just like who they are in this physical form is their reality for them. And the things that they are participating with are also the things that are real to them. And then there are those who are more transcendent. That's right. There's the two sides of this. Then there are those who are more transcendent. And the more transcendent, I want to say, tends to be probably the people that come into tarot readings. Probably y'all come into tarot readings. I think a lot of you more usually resonate with this. It's like, yeah, I came into Earth and I'm really just trying to bear with it, because it's kind of like those that are more transcendent can even be like, they spend a lot more time looking at the stars. Maybe you are focused more on astrology or the heavens, earthly and spiritual and heavenly energies that are not like necessarily seen and perceived physically, but you are tapped into it and you're aware of it. This card, especially if you tend to be more of the transcendent type, where you are more focused on the heavens, you're more focused on your spiritual journey than the physical one, is asking you to participate more in the physical. It is to be a little tiny bit more imminent. Now, if you are more of an imminent person, it's kind of like, come on, maybe this is part of it, and welcome. Maybe you're new to like coming to tarot readings and tarot channels. It was 4:44 when I said welcome, so that's kind of cool. And it is, that would be asking you to be a little more like connect with your spiritual side. Don't forget where it is that you come from and what this journey is really about for you, because it is about soul exploration. But remember that soul exploration. It's not trying to just be an angel here on earth and just be connected to the heavens. It is like experiencing earth in a way here. So this, I want to say this jumping in is possibly too like a kind of seeing like coming a bit out of a hermit energy and going, maybe being a little more explorative. I don't know, maybe for some of you it is swimming. My pool, it just closed, so sad. But it's kind of funny. I saw a post in, if y'all don't know, my house does have a pool. And I said it with that face, but I wanted that. That's the only reason I bought this house. Well, yeah, pretty much. But I saw a post in a pool maintenance Facebook group, and they had a picture of their pool all closed for the winter, and they said, this is one of my 2 favorite times of the year. The first one is when the pool closes, and the other one is when it opens. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of true. It's like, okay, it's closed. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't have to maintain it. And then you're like, oh, it's going to open. Let's have fun. This is that. I don't know, maybe you're in the Southern Hemisphere, because this feels more like the pool is open. Let's jump in. Let's learn to swim. Maybe the water seems calm right now. It might get a little bit rough, but then we're really going to know how to navigate ourselves in turbulent water, right? Like that's what it's all about, like having this more physical experience. I feel like there's a little bit of a nudge here that you're going to find in terms of having more experience and saying yes more often than saying no. So I don't know what the no's are, but saying yes more often to adventures and to changes, to finding a sense of freedom for yourself too. Andromedan energy is about being a very free spirit to experience life. Just, well, you never know what could happen. Yeah, maybe it won't work out. Maybe it will. That's kind of like what that is. Now, as I mentioned, you also have the knowledge card here. Again, remember that this is all of the incoming newness for you, Leo, on this North Node eclipse. So knowledge. This is telling me, the card tells me, one thing, but I kind of get another thing here, and they can both be true at the same time. And often what I'm about to say, yes, it can be. So the card will tell us that you have an uncanny ability to pass knowledge on to other people. This could be through downloads. This could be through reading things and experiencing them and then passing that information on to others. It could be as somebody who is actually like a teacher, somebody in a more traditional role like that. It could be like you just might be that person who the neighbors really rely on because you always have the right answer for something. It's kind of funny. It reminds me a little bit of my Pisces friend. It's like if there's something I don't know, I usually go and I ask her and she always knows. It's just crazy. She always knows. So like you could be kind of like one of those people. That's what this card talks about. But it also talks about be one of those people, but not really seeing it in yourself or not thinking that you're as good as you really are at it, like passing on information and being able to teach people. I feel like too with this card though, like, okay, so this is where I'm going to pull away a bit from what the traditional sense of this card is with the book. Because I'm getting sort of like my own intuitive hits and downloads on this for you. And I am seeing somebody who is like received downloads and you can do something very quickly with them. Like these are ideas that can really start to grow and expand. These ideas might seem small at first, and they may even only come in as a trickle for you. So this could be something new here. You could be starting to get like some new ideas, some new inspirations. And these inspirations could be starting to kind of like expand and grow. You're meant to do things. And I feel like you're meant to explore these ideas. You're really meant to explore these ideas. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm seeing, it's giving me a bit of like, I'm seeing, I think it was for Aries years ago in a reading. And it was sort of like maybe a way that Aries kind of manifests. It's not the only way, but it's kind of coming forward in this. Like it's showing me that example for you. And it's funny how that happens because I don't even remember what the fucking reading was about. It just like downloaded into my head. Remember this, Cindy. So I remember, and it was basically like taking like wet paper towel and throwing it on the wall and seeing like what sticks. Some of it's not sticking, but some of it will stick. That's kind of like what this feels like. It feels like there could be like, this is a very experimental time for you in terms of going on adventure here. But now I'm also seeing like if it's like jumping into the water, like you being the first person to do something is also a possibility here. You being the first person to do it, because with the knowledge card, that feels like you gain some type of knowledge or information or wisdom experience from jumping in first, and then others follow. And when others follow, you have the wisdom to kind of like help them along, to steer them. For those that maybe are not as adventurous, and there's an adventurous spirit here for you, 100%. But because, right, so because of that adventurous spirit, you are the one who's kind of like could be paving the way for another person or other people here who don't have that adventurous spirit, and they're like, well, I don't know. But if they see you doing something and it's working, they might kind of be drawn to it in some way. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Like, it's, it's probably going to be different for all of you. I don't know why my hand is so itchy. I think I need to put cream on my hand. All right, my hands are moisturized. They feel much better. So going into your underlying card, you have the sexuality card. So I'm like, that's interesting. How does this play out? So, but that's connected to the earthed card. So, right, well, I'm saying it is because they're both your underlying. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And sexuality. Is it something that, so it's in the past. Is it something that you were exploring in the past? Maybe you were exploring your sexuality. Maybe you were experimenting in some way here with your sexual energy. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know where that comes in here. Unless maybe you're going to be, I don't know. Maybe you could be teaching some new moves to people. I have no idea. Yeah, but maybe you got some moves here that you're going to be teaching some people. I have no idea. But, right, like the sexuality card, it's an important card, though, because it's represented by two different chakras, the first and the second chakra. So it does represent, like, a groundingness, connecting physically, too. Like, there are 2 points of contact coming together in this, although they have not connected. But there might be something here that is not physically connected or is not physically connected, but is through a spiritual connection as well. But there's... the sexuality energy is really, really important because it is part of being human. And that could be something too, like maybe you've even sort of turned off your sexual desires, or maybe they've turned off naturally. I have no idea. But like, if you're transcendent, possibly, if you're imminent, this could be something of a hyper focus. It's not really coming across whether it's good or bad. It's just like, it's just present in the reading. I'm not sure, what it represents, but we're just going to keep talking and channeling this card. So you're jumping in. You're saying yes to change. You're going to say yes to change also because you have knowledge. Maybe you have something about sexuality or your sexuality or utilizing your desires. Because the sexuality card also talks about like really honoring our deep desires that we have. Like this is also a communication, a way that we're able to communicate with our deeper self here. When our body feels something, it's because it is connected to the deeper self, and the deeper self is connecting to something possibly outside of it as well. Here, let me read you that one because it is a little bit different there. Like it's just sitting out like a sore thumb. Well, I see, that's funny. I had an itchy thumb. Sexuality. Okay, this is your underlying. Your sexuality is just as important as any other aspect of your being. It's so important, in fact, that not one, but 2 chakras manage and maintain your sexual energy. Loving sexual contact is vital for your emotional, physical, and energetic well-being. It can be one of the greatest pleasures and joys of being incarnated in a human body. You're being asked to look at your desires, beliefs, or wounds around your sexual needs. So this is in the past. If you are feeling inadequate, unwanted, or unattractive, then it is time to begin a regime of self-love. And it's time to restore any low self-esteem and negative programming you have about your physical body. We are often much harder on ourselves than our partner would ever be. Your negative thoughts or self-image could be holding you back from experiencing the deeper emotional aspects of intimate love. So that's also interesting, right? Like there's a sense of yourself in terms of a sexual being. And if there has been sort of like a negative feeling around that, it could even be like rejecting actual love, right? Like how the two of these can connect for you. This card can also be indicative of neglecting or your intimate and sexual connection with your partner. Perhaps this is the opportunity to resurrect the feelings of desire and sexual attraction that you once shared. It could also be letting you know that it is important to make your intimate life a priority. Feeling sexual and playful is invigorating no matter your age. So put on your sexy and wear it proudly. Have fun with it, enjoy it. Flirt a little. Smile at someone you're attracted to. Dress up in something that makes you feel attractive. Put your energy out there. Enjoy the gift of innocent sexual playfulness. Sexual energy is a powerful expression of our creative force. You may find that by allowing your sexual energy to flow, your creative energy will too. By embracing every aspect of being human, we discover the truth of our own divinity. Oh, how maybe some of you, I don't know, maybe some of you have been doing some interesting stuff here. Like maybe some of you have been doing like some, or experiencing some sort of Kundalini energy too, or maybe some sort of sexual, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's interesting, like that is the underline. And it's talking about jump in, say yes to change. I wonder what these biggest changes are. Let's pull out some tarot and see. What's this biggest change here for Leo to say yes to? This biggest change to say yes to. The Eight of Pentacles, your work. Maybe there's going to be a change in your work. There could be a change, I want to say too, in how you manifest. This gives me a manifest vibe. The way this spider has got all of this stuff coming in from the cosmos into its web. But it is actively deciding, right? Like as a spider will do. There's all sorts of things that'll come into the web. And some of that stuff is like, I'm not touching that. You can just sit over there and struggle and we'll just let that go. We're not going to touch that one. And then there's other things that are definitely for the spider. The spider resonates with it. The spider's like, yes, that is beneficial to me. I'm definitely going to go in and I'm going to pick that one out. That's a tasty little morsel. So work, what about your work? Interesting too, because you have knowledge. There could be some knowledge coming into you around your work. Oh, the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. This is saying yes to, I don't know, it's like to relationships. It's saying yes to relationships. It might even be saying yes to like a partner. You being the King of Wands, and then there's the Queen of Wands. Is it saying yes to a partner? Did you neglect, have you been neglecting something between you and a partner here? Yes to change. Yes to change in a partnership here. Maybe like getting together with someone. It doesn't have to be sexual either. But like if you have a real desire to see somebody, I really want to see that person. I really enjoy their company. And I don't know, the work that you do in terms of uniting yourself or maybe uniting other people. Uniting other people? Knowledge. Let's look at that. Actually, wait, no. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. Oh, the Empress. The Four of Swords. Oh, and the Nine of Wands. Oh. Oh, this energy's not doing so good. What's going on here? The Empress, it's healing. Oh, this energy is depleted. Maybe you have, I don't know, you have a partner, or maybe this is your feminine side or something. Like I could look at, well, interesting. Leo's a masculine sign, right? I think they are. I don't know how you couldn't be. You're depicted by a male lion, so that would be kind of funny, right, if you weren't. This just looks like to me somebody who's trying to heal and rest from giving a lot. Because the Empress, right, and in this card, she is specifically giving and giving and giving, giving and giving and giving life, and then healing and resting. And the Nine of Wands, this is someone who's got a long-term wound or has been wounded long-term here. So maybe this is some type of change here that will address like a wound for you. Is getting together more intimately with people around you. Celebrating that intimacy And, you know, whatever that means for you. So saying yes. So the big incoming changes, new energy for you is adventure. And maybe if, like, maybe you haven't been adventuring for yourself. Maybe it's shifting, like, the work that you do in life, what you work on, what you focus on. Okay? Knowledge. The six, wow, the Six of Wands. You already know how to be successful. You're very good. Very good at something here. Very successful. Very. Ten of Pentacles. Very successful. The Five of Swords. Well, and the Five of Pentacles. What the fuck? What happened? What happened? The Five of Swords. Why? Why do we go from the 10 to the 5? And the Five of Swords is here. What's with the Five of Swords? The Ace of Cups? The Lovers? And the Fool? This is very divine. This is beautiful. This is that fresh start. This is fresh. Say yes to change. Adventure. I don't know, something, it's almost like maybe there's something that you do or something that you've done or something you're going to do. It could even be, maybe it is it changing? Is it changing your finances? Is it changing some sort of status here? Okay, it looks a bit, oh, yes, okay. My guides just brought me back to this card because I'm seeing like all this pentacle energy here, right? But what we need to do, what you need to do, oh, maybe some of you are too focused on the physical. It could be, right, with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you could be. Some of you are too focused on the physical and you're neglecting your more spiritual journey here. Because there is a very powerful spiritual journey here. This is your divine path. This is a fresh start. It's fresh and it's free, which is totally Andromedan energy. It's fresh and it's free and it feels great. It's healing. You might even, maybe there is something here. Like maybe you are showing up as this Queen of Wands and there's something like this Queen of Wands looks tired. Looks tired with the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Almost like constantly trying to heal from something or constantly trying to heal something. It's okay. If you're constantly trying to heal something, it's almost like maybe you're not supposed to focus on it. You're supposed to do on other things and it will heal naturally. It's almost like always, you know, if you have like a scab or something, you're always rubbing something on it, always rubbing ointment, or it's like, just let it be. Just let it be and it'll heal on its own. I swear I've said that to someone, probably my son. Just let it be. And I probably heard that in my own ear at some point too. Just let it be and it'll heal on its own. Everything is like upright. Okay. So with the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands takes us into the Five of Wands and the King of Cups. That's what it feels like. I don't know, like maybe there's a feeling here of like emotions and connection with others is heavy. Heavy with a lot of conflicting responsibilities, and you keep your feelings to yourself. So that could be something too. There could be a lot of internalized feelings here that maybe you have to find like a vehicle for. And when you find this vehicle, you should say yes. We're going to go into the Journey of Love Oracle deck. Last card I'm going to pull, the Journey of Love Oracle deck to me is like From God's Mouth to Your Ears. It's a very beautiful deck. Something for Leo. Leo, as they go into this, this new energy of eclipse on the North Node of Pisces too. So it is very spiritual. Maybe even into the unknown. Let the feminine lead the way. How interesting. This is so funny. It almost looks like, to me with these cards, like the feminine is tired. Lead the way. Let the feminine lead the way. All right. It says from God's mouth to your ears. Number 39. You could be 39 years old. You could have been born in 1939. What a difference, right? Difference in age there. The feminine principle in you, whether man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and of surrender. She feels the intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you are going, therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Trust her. Let your mind go and let your senses lead you, becoming more exquisite and communicative. Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details yet or how it is going to work out. She knows the way. Let her lead. This oracle brings confirmation to you that what you have been feeling or sensing, even without any logical physical evidence, is worth following up on. Trust your senses over appearances. Trust your intuition over your intellect. You are letting feminine wisdom guide you, and she will steer you in the best direction. And then we go into our poem. Sometimes these are understandable and sometimes they're not. My coming out is the freedom to fully be who I am and the surrender to the divine essence, expressing through and around me. My coming out is the marriage of twin souls with my life partner in gratitude, in love, unfolding as more than we could ever be on our own. Wow, that's really beautiful. Well, this is the new. This is the new for you, and that maybe there's knowledge. Like maybe you're all gonna tap into something here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the Dance of the Planets. Isn't that beautiful? Earth Angel Dance of the Planets. Earth Angel, the way the Earth Angel is standing there is almost like this Earth card, like landing in and going, oh, this place. Earth Angel Dance of the Planets is your underline. Some of you are little Earth Angels. Because this energy is also represented by a full moon, that does also include conclusions. So it is a big energy of like conclusions and openings. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what is a cycle that is closing off for you? Like really closing off here. That's it. It's finished. And throw it in the garbage can. What is that cycle? There are 2 options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. There's also a new option for private readings. If you want to check that out, you follow down in the description too. Thank you so much, Leos. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.